Hello, my dear students. Hope you all are healthy, strong. I welcome you all to the chapter linear equation in two variables. This is basically a chapter of algebra. See, my dear students, you must be knowing linear equation in two variables. Basically, you are introduced to this chapter in standard 9th or maybe even before that. But in standard 9, definitely you had a good introduction of this chapter, this topic, linear equation in two variables. Basically, what are linear equation in two variables? Basically, there are two different equations who have got two different variables. Usually, they are like this: a1 x 1 plus is equal to c1, and they will be having another a2 x2 plus b2 y2 is equal to c2. There will be two equations like this, and you have to solve the values and find the values of x and y. Okay, no, I'm sorry, these are not x1, they are x, sorry, they are not like this. a1 x plus b1 y is equal to c1, a2 x plus b2 y is equal to c2. They are like this. Sorry, there is no x1 y1 y2 y1 y2 because you have to find the value of x and y. This is a very good topic. You have to basically understand that they can be of any form. Like this is, these are numbers, these are coefficient, this is also a coefficient, this is also a coefficient, this is also a coefficient, and these are constant numbers. So basically here what happens that for different constants they will add up to this. See, I'll give you one very nice example of this question. A very nice example. See, one riddle is there, which usually a puzzle is asked many number of times. See, there are some sparrows on one tree and some sparrows on another tree. How many sparrows are in this tree? I don't know. How many sparrows are on this tree? I don't know. But some number of sparrows are over here, some number, but they are definitely, they can be different, they may not be different, but whatever they are. Now see the condition what they are telling. This is tree A, this is tree B. Fine. Sparrows of tree A, what they say, if two sparrows from your tree, means tree B, come over our side. You understand? Means two sparrows from tree B comes over here. We shall be equal in number. Means we both will be equal to each other. Are you getting? There are some sparrows over here, some sparrows over here. The sparrow from this tree speaks that if two sparrows from your side come over here, then we both will be equal in numbers. Then what happens to this? The sparrow from tree B replies, if two sparrows from your side, means tree A, fly over to our side, means two sparrows from here come to here, then we shall be double of yours, of your number. Are you getting this? See, what are they saying? That the sparrow from here says, if two sparrows from your side come to my side, we will be equal in numbers. Then the sparrow from here says, forget about being equal in number. If two sparrows from your side come to our side, we will be double of your numbers. How many sparrows are there on tree A and tree B? Now here you will be taking many figures. This is a question of simultaneous equation. Do you feel that? Yes, this is a question of simultaneous equation. See what happens. Let this number of sparrows in tree A be x and this be y. So we have got variables x and y. Fine. Number of sparrows on tree A is equal to x. Number of sparrows on tree B is equal to y. So at present there is x number of, according to the first condition, what is happening? X sparrows here, y sparrows here, and basically they are not equal now. What is this sparrow from tree A telling? The two sparrows from your side come to my side. Means from here 2 sparrows get reduced, -2, and they come over here, means they add over here. Then what will happen? We both will be equal in numbers. So what is the condition now? This is the equation, x plus 2 is equal to y minus 2. That means if I transfer this, if I try to bring it in this general form, this is the general form, a1x plus b1y is equal to c1, a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. Means x plus y on one side and c1 on the other side. So you bring it over here, y I bring it over here, x minus y. This 2 goes over there, -2, I get x minus y is equal to -4. This is my first simultaneous equation. Okay, my dear students. Now, what is the second condition? According to the second condition, the sparrow B is telling if 2 sparrows from your side come to my side, means supposing there are x sparrows over here, y sparrows over here. From here 2 sparrows come out and they join over here. Then he is telling we should be double of your side. We will be double of your side. Means whatever is your side, double that, and then we will be equal. Are you getting, my dear students? So if now I solve this, I'll have to 2x minus 4 is equal to y plus 2. So y I bring over here, 2x minus y is equal to 2 plus 4, right? 4 I shift over there. So what I get, second equation, is 2x minus y is equal to 6. Now solving the simultaneous equation, these are the 2 simultaneous equations you have got, and that is what you have to learn now, how to solve the simultaneous equation. But at present I am trying to solve, whether you know, whether you remember what you have done in 9th standard. These are the 2 equations, x minus y is equal to -4, 2x minus y is equal to 6. See, you have to equate the coefficients. Equate the coefficients. See, basically the coefficient means a1, this is a1 is 1 and a2 is 2. Are they equal? They are not equal. Here the a1 is -1, here the a1 is -1. They are equal coefficient. So equal coefficient already exists. So we can go by this method. We don't have to actually equate the coefficient now. Coefficients are already equated, -1, -1. So you can consider 1, 1. Now you have to either add the 2 equations or you have to subtract the 2 equations. So what will you do? Adding equation 1 and 2 or subtracting equation 1 and 2? So basically that will depend on the equal coefficients. If the equal coefficients have same signs, you will subtract the 2 equations. If the equal coefficients have opposite signs, one has minus, one has plus, one has minus, one has plus, then you will add the 2 equations. That is the concept behind it. In this case of ours, both the equal coefficients have same sign, -1, -1. So you will subtract the 2 equations. So you will tell subtracting equation 1 and 2. 1x minus 1y is equal to -4. 2x minus y is equal to 6. So you are going to subtract the 2 equations. While subtracting the 2 equations, the sign of the second equation will change. This is plus, it will become minus. This is minus, it will become plus. This is plus, it will become minus. Now you will have to consider the new signs. So according to the new signs, 1x minus 2x. 1x minus 2x is -1, right? 1x minus 2x is equal to -1. So 1x minus 2x will be -1x. 1y minus 1y plus 1y will get cancelled. -4 minus 6. -4 minus 6 give you -10. So now you get x is equal to -10 upon this -1 will go on this side. X is equal to 10. Okay, that means there are 10 birds on tree A. Now for finding y, you can substitute x in 1 or 2 anywhere you want. So substituting x is equal to 10 in equation 1, x minus y is equal to minus 4, so x is equal to 10 minus y is equal to minus 4. So I can shift minus y over there and bring 4 over here. I'll get 10 plus 4 is equal to y. So y is equal to 14. So what is the meaning of this? That there are 10 sparrows on tree A and 14 sparrows. Here there are 10 sparrows and here there are 14 sparrows. Now see my dear students, if 2 sparrows from here fly over there, so here you will be having 12 sparrows then. And that 2 come over here, they become 12. But they are right, they are telling that we will be 12 together, equal to each other. But that is what they are claiming, it's right. And then what are they saying? If 2 from your side come over here, means 2 comes over there, that means here will be 8. And that 2 becomes 14 plus 2, 16. So we will be double of yours, right? So basically here what happens is that the variable x and y is providing you 2 different equations with different coefficients, and with the different coefficients there is a different constant on the other side. Same x and y have different coefficients over here, most of the times have different coefficients over here, and accordingly they change their constant. And when you solve these 2 equations, you will get the value of x and y, which are basically the same. That's why they say simultaneous equation. Simultaneous means at a time. X and y, this value of x 10 and value of y 14 are true. X is equal to 10 and y is equal to 14 is true to satisfy this equation, and is also true to satisfy this equation. This value of x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 14 is simultaneously satisfying equation 1 and equation 2. That's why they are called as simultaneous linear equations in 2 variables, or simultaneous equations. Okay, my dear student, so this is the meaning of, I am trying to explain you what are simultaneous equations and when do you need them. Sometimes some questions, some problems are like that, that basically they are satisfying 2 different conditions, and then you have to use the simultaneous equation 2 variables. Solving the simultaneous equation 2 variables, that is what method we have done. There are in total maybe 1 elimination method, which is very basic method, which actually speaking you don't have in our syllabus at present, but maybe I'll touch it if you feel. Second is equating the coefficient method, which I am going to teach you now. Graphical method and Cramer's rule method. These 3 are definitely very needed, very important. Definitely equating the coefficient method, if you will be lucky enough, if you have a different question based on this. There are very few questions based, means few times questions based purely on equation of coefficient method, equating the coefficient method comes. But definitely this is a very important method, because many questions, especially word problems, are solved by this method. Dedicated questions on equating the coefficient method will not be asked. Very luckily, you will be very lucky to get a question asked on this, dedicated to equating the coefficient method. But definitely graphical method question can come, and it can come for 3 marks or more than that. Cramer's rule method also can come for 2 marks or 3 marks. So this is how basically, if you do this 4 methods, so you are basically ready for the chapter linear equation in 2 variables. But remember, that is only one step that you will be climbing. After that, there will be a big healthy topic where complex equations of 2 variables will be given to you. They will be of complex nature, and you will have to know how to solve them. That will be basically based on equating coefficient method, but it is a different step. After understanding all the three methods, there is one step that you have to climb where complex nature of equations in two variables will be given, and then you will have to solve them. And then comes the word problems. Very heavy topic, word problems, and very, very, very interesting topic. That will take a big amount of time, and word problems definitely you have to solve. So today we will try to see whether we are able to complete this topic, understanding this topic only. Equating the coefficient method, graphical method, Cramer's rule method. See, equating the coefficient method, if I start this topic now. See, equating the coefficient method, basically the name itself is telling you have to equate the coefficients. You have to equate the coefficients of any one variable. Basically, it is the two are the equations in two variables, x, y. They can be mn, they can be u, v, they can be any two variables. But both the equation will be having same two variables, u, v, u, v. a1u plus a2v is equal to c1. Sorry, a1u plus b1v is equal to c1. a2u plus b2v is equal to c2, something of that sort. Or a1m plus b1m is equal to c1. a2m plus b2n is equal to c2, something of this sort. So basically here you have to make the coefficient of any one variable equal. So let us go to one example. Supposing if I have got 4m plus 6n is equal to 54. This is first equation they have given. And 3m plus 2n is equal to 28. This is second equation they have given. Now if you will see the coefficient of m, a1 is 4, a2 is 3, b1 is 6. Are you getting my point? a1, a2, b1, b2. Are they equal in any way? They are not equal. See, sometimes you will be lucky enough to get them already equal. If they are already equal, then your first step is already achieved. You have to straight go to the next step, that is either add the two equations or subtract the two equations. So in this case they are not equal. So now you have to see among a1, a2, who is smaller? 3 is smaller. Can I multiply 3 by any number to get a1? No. 4 doesn't come in the table of 3. This is not possible. Here if I come among b1, b2, then it's very nicely seen that 2 can be multiplied by 3 to become 6. So I have to multiply this by 3. So what I'll do, I'll multiply the equation 2 by 2, 2 by 3. You'll have to write it over here, multiplying equation 2 by 3, we get. So you have to write it over here, 3 into this 3m plus 2n is equal to 28. See, basically this is optional, but I always like to write it. So when I multiply this, I'll get 3 3s are 9m plus 3 2s are 6n. This also you'll have to multiply, 3 8s are 24, 3 2s are 6, 7, 84. Fine. This will be my new third equation. Now try to understand, my dear student, this equation now, second equation, no more exists for me. It does not exist for me because I have changed that second equation to this. Now I have to compare first equation and third equation. Remember, the equation that you have changed, then you have to ignore that equation for time being. So now comparing first and third, you can see 6n over here, 6n over here. So both are basically now equal coefficient. That's what the meaning. You have equated the coefficients of the variable n. Okay. Now once the coefficients are equal, now you have to think whether you are going to add the equation 1 and 3 or you are going to subtract the equation 1 and 3. So while adding the equation, as I told you, you have to check the signs of the equal coefficients. If the equal coefficients have same signs, you will add. If the equal coefficients have opposite signs, you will subtract. Sorry, my dear students. If equal coefficients have opposite signs, you will add. If equal coefficients have same signs, you will subtract. This is true. So in this case, what is there? 6, 6. What signs 6, 6 have? Here plus, here plus. So they have same signs. So because they have same signs, you will subtract. I will write subtracting equation 1 and 3. We get. So this I will write over here. 4m plus 6m is equal to 54, and third is 9m plus 6n is equal to 84. I am going to subtract these two equations. So while subtracting, the sign of the second equation will change. Plus will become minus, plus will become minus, plus will become minus. So this all goes. Here 6n minus 6n will get cancelled. And now 4m minus 9m. Try to understand this. 4m minus 9m. This you should be properly able to see. It is going to give me minus 5m. So minus 5m. 54 minus 84. 64, 74, 84. That will give me minus 30. Fine. Now m is equal to what? Remember, minus 30. This minus 5 will go and divide on the other side. When coefficient shifts on the other side, the operation changes. Only the operation changes, not the sign. So minus 5 will remain minus 5 over here. Only when you shift the term, sign changes. When you shift the coefficient, sign doesn't change. 5, 6 are 30. So m is equal to 6. So you have found the value of m. Now this value of m, you can substitute in first equation, second equation, third equation. That's why I told you, ignore second equation for time being. While substituting the value of m, if you are comfortable, anywhere you substitute, you will get the same value of n. Okay. So if substituting m is equal to 6 in equation 2, we get what? 3m plus 2n is equal to 28. M is equal to 6, to 3 into 6 plus 2n is equal to 28. So 3 6 are 18 plus 2n is equal to 28. 2n is equal to 28 minus 18. This will give you 10. 10 upon 2, n is equal to 5. So you have got m is equal to 6, n is equal to 5 is the solution of equation 1 and 2. Fine. If actually they are asking you this question, the last is needed. M is equal to 6, n is equal to 5 is the solution of given simultaneous equation. Fine. So like this is the method of finding or solving the simultaneous equation by equating the coefficient method. But definitely there are different number of questions I have to understand, make you understand. See, one thing is there, either the coefficients will be already equal. If the coefficients are already equal, life is very easy for you all people. As I told you, you can directly go for adding the equations or subtracting the equations. I think I have an example of that also. Wait, do I have or not? I had kept it ready. Okay, I have 5x plus 3y is equal to 9. While giving, they may give you questions like this, and remember, they will give you in any haphazard manner. It is not necessary that they will give you in this standard form. Sometimes 5x will be here and everything over there, or 9 on the left hand side and everything. They can be jumbled, but you will have to bring them, organize them and bring it to this standard form of a1x plus b1y is equal to c1, a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. So like this, if you'll see here, if I write these equations in the standard forms, basically they are now in the standard form. This is my first equation. This is my second equation. Fine. So now what do I get is See here, already the coefficients of y, that is b1 b2, are already equal, so no problem. I can now directly think about adding the two equations or subtracting the two equations. So you can see the signs of b1 b2, which are equal, is same, and when the signs are same, you are going to subtract the two equations. So subtracting equation 1 and 2, we get, what do we get? 5x plus 3y is equal to 9, 2x plus 3y is equal to 12. Subtracting the minus, 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 so what do I get? 3y minus 3y will go on, 5x minus 2x will give you 3x. This will give you minus 3. Fine, 9 minus 12, sign of the greater number, minus 3. And then you will get x is equal to minus 3 will stay 3 and 3 will go on the other side. This will cancel, but minus, remember plus minus minus, x is equal to minus 1. Now substituting x is equal to minus 1 in any equation that you find you are comfortable with. 5x plus 3y is equal to 9, so you get 5 into minus 1 plus 3y is equal to 9. This will give you minus 5 plus 3y is equal to 9, so you will get 3y is equal to 9. Minus 5 shifts over here, it becomes plus 5. 3y is equal to 9, 14, and you will get y is equal to 14 upon 3. Now this looks very vichitra, है ना? Chivitra. So what you will have to do, whether your answers are right or wrong, best way is what? Substitute the values on the left hand side and see whether you get 9. So in the first case, 5 into minus 1, 5 into minus 1 plus 5 into minus 1 plus 3 into 14 upon 3, 3 into 14 upon 3. If I solve this, I should get 9. 3's get cancelled. 5 into minus 1, minus 5 plus 14, right? This has got cancelled, so only 14 stays. Here it is 9, right? Same the values of minus 1 and 3 I should substitute over here. 2 into x, x is what? Minus 1. 3 into what is y? 14 upon 3. I should get 12. 3 is gone. Minus 2 plus 14, 12. That means this answer is right. Don't get bothered about the unnatural numbers. Okay, my dear students. So in the end, you have to write x is equal to minus 1, y is equal to 14 upon 3 is the equation, is the solution of the given simultaneous equation. This you have to write in the end. So you have understood by now this. There are but two more type of questions, my dear students, when it comes to equating the coefficient method. Try to understand what I am doing. In the first question I gave you such that a1 and a2 are different and b1 and b2 both are different. At that time what you did, you multiplied. Sometimes b1 can be multiplied by a number so that you get b2 can be multiplied by a number so that you get b1, right? Here I can't multiply a2 by any number to get a1. Sometimes it will be different. Sometimes a1 can be multiplied by any number because at that time a1 will be smaller than a2. a1 will be multiplied by any number, so you get a2, and then you will multiply both the equations. Okay, fine. So like this it is. But sometimes what happens, if you want, do you want any more example to be solved by this method? No, I don't have, but anyhow. Chalo, I'll solve one more example for you. See here, I'll be slightly faster on this. 3x minus 4y is equal to 7. And they will give you 3 minus 2y is equal to 5x. So now if you'll see, they are in the not standard form. So 3x minus 4y is equal to 7. Definitely this is in the standard form. This I will write 3 minus 2y is equal to 5x. To bring it to the standard form, minus 2y will be shifted over there. 5x plus 2y I will write over here. 5x plus 2y is equal to 3. This will be my standard form. Now if you'll see the two equations, 3x minus 4y is equal to 7, 5 plus 2y is equal to 3. They are definitely 5x plus 2y is equal to 3. They are definitely in a standard form. Now if I'll compare, again but the same thing is happening, I'll multiply b2 by 2, then I'll get this. This is the same, no. I'll multiply b2 by 2, then I'll get this 4. I can't multiply a1 by any number to get a2. Okay, so multiplying equation 2 by 2, so 2 से multiply कर रहा हूँ, 5x plus 2y is equal to 3. What do I get? 10x plus 4y is equal to 6. You have to multiply these two everywhere. Okay, fine. So now I have multiplied equation 2. So this I will have to ignore now for the time being. First and 3. Now see, they have opposite signs. Opposite signs, so you will add. Adding equation 1 and 3. What do we get? 3x minus 4y is equal to 7. 10x plus 4y is equal to 6. You are going to add the two equations, so no problem. Just cut. 10x plus 3x will give you 13x. 7 plus 6, 13. So you will get x is equal to 13 upon 13, 1. X is equal to 1. Fine. Now substituting x is equal to 1 in equation. Any equation you can take. 1. Any one you can take, my dear students. You will get the same value. X is equal to 1. So 3 into 1 minus 4y is equal to 7. 3 minus 4y is equal to 7. 7 comes over here. 3 minus 7 is equal to 4y. 3 minus 7 is minus 4 is equal to 4y. Minus 4 upon 4 is equal to y. So you will get y is equal to minus 1. I hope you all are getting this, my dear students. So now end statement, x is equal to 1, y is equal to minus 1 is the solution of given simultaneous equation. So this is how some questions I have finished, but of course there are some more type of questions that you have to understand. One very important type of question basically. Now one more very important type of question. See here, that is 4x plus 3y is equal to 4 and 6x plus 5y is equal to 8. Now pay attention, my dear students. See here, with this we think equating the coefficient topic will get over, except one more style method will be, type of question still will be there. See here, now if you notice this a1 and a2, a1 is smaller. I can't multiply a1 by any number to get 6. Similarly, I can't multiply b1 also by any number to get 5. So basically both the smaller numbers can't be multiplied by any one number to get the opposite coefficient. Are you getting my point? These type of the questions are most complex in this group. If this is done, then this topic is near about done. In this case, what you have to do, my dear students, you have to target any one variable. It is up to you which one you are going to choose. If you are going to choose x, if you are going to choose y, means you are going to equate either y or you are going to equate either x. I mean to say that. So supposing in this case I choose to target y, I am going to equate the coefficients of y. Then what I have to do? I will have to multiply both the coefficients, both the equations. Okay, but then you multiply both the equations by which number? See, if I have targeted y, so multiplying equation 1 by, see, target is y. What is the coefficient of opposite y? Opposite y, I am multiplying equation 1. Equation 1 is this. The y of equation 1 is this. And y of opposite equation is this. And what is the coefficient of this y? 5. So I will multiply equation 1 by 5. both the times you should do the same thing. If you have targeted y, multiply equation 1 by the coefficient of equation y in equation 2. Similarly, multiply equation 2 by coefficient of y in equation 1. Multiply the equation by the coefficient of the opposite y. So I am multiplying equation 1. So I will multiply equation 1 by coefficient of the opposite y. Opposite y is here, and the coefficient of opposite y is 5. So I will multiply equation 1 by 5. This is because I have targeted y. If I would have targeted x, so I would have multiplied this equation by the coefficient of the opposite x, 6. I will multiply this equation by 6, and I will multiply this equation by opposite coefficient 4. Multiply this equation by 6, multiply this equation by 4. But now my target is y, so I will multiply this equation by 5. So what I will write, this is the equation 4x plus 3y is equal to 4. I will multiply this equation by 5. So I will get 5 4s are 20x plus 5 3s are 15y is equal to 5 4s are 20. This is my new third equation. Now this also I will have to ignore. At the same time, I will multiply equation 2 by opposite, that is 3. Now equation 2 I will multiply by the opposite coefficient 3. So what is that? I will get 6x plus 5y is equal to 8. I will multiply this by 3. 3 6 are 18x, 3 5 are 15y, 3 8 are 24. Oh, this will be 4. See now, they have become 15y, 15y. So now the coefficients are equated. Finished. Now my next step, because they are having equal signs, I will subtract equation 3 and 4. What do we get? 20x plus 15y is equal to 20. 18x plus 15y is equal to 24. I will subtract, this will become minus, this will become minus, and this also will become minus. These both are gone. 20x minus 18x is 2x. 20 minus 24 will give me minus 4. X is equal to minus 4 upon 2. X is equal to minus 2. This is my value of x that I have got. This value of x I can again substitute in 1, 2, 3, 4. Wherever if you feel you are comfortable. So substituting x is equal to minus 2 in equation 1. 4x plus 3y is equal to 4. X is equal to minus 2. So 4 into minus 2 plus 3y. Minus 8 plus 3y. So 3y is equal to 4 plus 8. So 3y is equal to 9, 10, 11, 12. Y is equal to 12 upon 3. Y is equal to 4. Okay, so this way you have got two values of x is equal to minus 2, y is equal to 4 is the solution of the given simultaneous equation. So with this I feel you should be able to solve the questions based on this topic. But I'll do one more thing, my dear students. What should I do? Should I stop with this equation, equating the coefficient method, or should I go to the next topic also? So this is basically, I finished with equating the coefficient method. Basically one more type of questions are there. One more type of question, but that is easy, that you will get anytime. I don't have any problem because that is very easy. But once you have to understand this, graphical method is again a different topic, and Cramer's rule method is again a different topic. Okay, my dear students, we will do one thing. We will stop over here. I will give you a homework. Please solve those questions by this equating the coefficients method, and then post it on the group. Okay, The questions are this, my dear students. You can take a screenshot of this. These 3 questions you have to solve by equating the coefficient method. These 3 questions. Okay? Solve by equating the coefficient method and put it on the group, my dear students. Okay? That's all for the day. Thank you very much. Love you all, my dear students. Take care.